Welcome to this teachable moment with Google Teachable Machine. First of all, go to the Google Teachable Machine website at teachablemachine.withgoogle.com. Once there, click on Get Started. And today we're going to do an image project. Select the standard image model. For now, we'll discuss the embedded image models at another time and the best use cases for those. This will be the screen that you will see once you've gone through those steps. Once we're all there, we'll start classifying our images for training. Now, it doesn't matter what 3 images you use. They should be similar in shape, but different in color for this exercise. Some of you have balls, some of you have cars, some of you may have bananas in different states. Whatever you have, you need 3 different ones in different color states. And then, of course, at the end, we'll throw in a 4th that isn't part of the set. Starting with those 3, let's follow the paradigm of bananas and say less than ripe, ripe, and then here we'll add a 3rd class called more than ripe. These 3 classes are what we'll train our model on. And of course, later we'll add not a banana. Now, we're not going to use bananas. The reason is when I first did this, I followed the Google tutorial and used the bananas. And bananas are nasty things to hold around while they spoil to represent different states. In fact, here in California, they attract a lot of bugs. So we're going to do it a different way. We're going to first use images and then webcam shots of actual objects that are less likely to attract bugs and spoil to represent the same type of process they did in the Google tutorial. All right, first of all, let's try simple images. I've got some preloaded for this, so I'm going to go ahead and choose them. You'll see I have 3 colored balls here. And we also have those. Everyone has been handed out something, so use whichever one it is that you have, whether it be an eraser, a car, or a ball, the 3 color representations. And it doesn't matter which you choose for each class, as long as you choose the one you want to represent that class. So we're going to use blue for less than ripe. And then we'll use orange for ripe. And we'll use pink for more than ripe. Now, for not a banana, we'll worry about that later. We do need to set up a test case for that, but for the purposes of this learning example, we'll get to that by trial and error. All right, now we have these 3 items, right? Okay, so we have our 3 classes. Obviously, you know, all of us are smart enough to know that 1 image is not enough to train a model, but let's go ahead and do it. Oh, that's right. We have to have 1 for not a banana. Okay, let's upload something here from the machine. There's got to be, okay. Just out of jest, I'm going to actually pick a banana for not a banana. There you go. Okay, so there we are. Let's train this model. Now, obviously, this model isn't going to be tremendous. Yeah, all right. Now I'm going to hold 1 up, and I'm going to see if it detects. Okay, let's get it a little closer. This is ripe. It does appear that it's showing, as I turn it around, that ripe is the most prominent value on the chains, but it's not as prominent as we'd like. More than ripe still seems to be there. But this is, of course, because we've only used 1 image. Let's demonstrate with what we've considered to be less than ripe. Okay, the less than ripe, let's see if less than ripe comes up. No. See, less than ripe has not been trained enough for it to understand. And so this is actually reading as more than ripe because there's only 1 training model. In fact, let's try more than ripe here just to see what we get. As you'll notice here, more than ripe is actually registering as ripe. So we know that having 1 example is not enough. How do we deal with that? Of course, we need to put in more data. Data is the most important part of training any model. All the good models have already been built, and this is the back we have to build upon. Now we use that by providing good data. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up the webcam again, and I'm going to do that for more than right. There, let's find it. Okay, now we're ready to use, I'm going to flip the video here. There we go. It doesn't matter. Figure it out for yourself. Whichever way works best for your webcam. Get the object in the best focus you can, and then hold to record and move it around so that many different images are created of this object. And just hold it for a few seconds, and then let it go. And then we'll move on to the right, and we'll hit the webcam, and that's the orange one. Okay, we got the cropping up. Do it to your liking, or don't crop if you want. I'm cropping as much as possible for this example so you can focus on the background. Using a static background is best for this example. Okay, I think the webcam has a focus. I'm going to hold the record, get a few different samples of this specific model, and you can see that the resolution at this zoom level isn't very good, so this is a good test. All right, now for the next one. Let's cue up the webcam. All right, here we go. Focus in. And this is less than right. Hold the record, moving it around, getting different image representations of this model. Okay, so I did not do that, of course, in an equal manner. Some probably have more than others. Let's go ahead and train that model with the extras. Now you see here, don't switch tabs. You must leave this tab open to train your model. That's because there's interaction with the JavaScript going on here. You see it tries to estimate the amount of time it will take to train your model. Here it's going to take about 50 seconds to train the visual identification model. So now what we'll do is I'll make sure that I turn the input back on. And it's set to the crop, which is good. So see, it says less than ripe, right? It sees the back of that. So let's go ahead and let's give it one of these. What is it? What's it doing? Oh, it says ripe. Which one is ripe? Orange? Wow, it's at 100%. Huh, how about that, right? Okay, that's pretty good. Let's hold this one in. Oh, more than ripe. Look at that. Just by the few images we added, we are now at 100% object recognition. Let's do the blue one. Oh, look at that. Less than ripe. 100% just by adding. So, as you can see, data is everything. So what's missing in this data? Well, obviously, the default state less than ripe is not good. We haven't trained the not a banana, so to speak. We have to train a state where it recognizes when it's not in the state it should be in. We will also use a printed piece of paper that has a representation of this to demonstrate yet another view that is not acceptable, which you may or may not do as a follow-through in the end of this lesson. You can see here how to visually classify using the Teachable Machine with Google.com. And if you're not watching this in class, then go out and find yourself 3 objects, erasers, pencils, it doesn't matter. This works with any 3 classifiable objects. And again, thank you for watching.